What do you call a Mexican that lost his car? A Mexican that lost his car. What do you call a Mexican that lost a car?
Carlos. What's up, people? What's up, viewers? My name is Yochin, and this is the YP Verified YouTube channel. Now, a whole heap of people are asked, them curious, you understand? We don't know, say, where the 19-year-old got through is a terrible thing, you understand? But differently from that, people I wonder how them in a dormitory room and nobody next door, nobody outside, possibly not hear no nice, you understand? For now, people I wonder how or why nobody next door not hear no nice. But we're not going to know until them go down in the case, you understand? Probably until we down a trial at the case if it go that far. When our testimony them forward out, we are going to know if she did a scream or did a bawl, you understand? But for now, we are going to expect, sensible people are going to know, so the police them are going to keep certain information private, you understand? Them not want to let out too much thing, but pray this. UA officials exploring alternate theories amid abduction torture probe. Security officials at the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies, USA, they are exploring other theories in relation to the alleged assault of a female student by her ex-boyfriend in a dorm room on the campus. The theory is that the young man held the young woman against her will inside the room for 3 days, where he subjected her to torture, including assaulting her with a hot clothes iron. Director of Security at the Mona campus, Norman Heywood, says that's not the only line of inquiry being pursued.
Well, I don't want to say much on that because I know the police are doing some other investigation that might lead to further charges with the cybercrime unit. I think they are doing some probe in that area.
So you do have another, but you do have another theory.
Yes. There's another theory as to why she didn't scream out and make a lot of noise and bang on the walls and so on.
Was she being threatened with blackmail?
Possibly.
And would that blackmail be related to any kind of nude photographs or videos?
I am not at liberty to say. The investigation is continuing.
Exactly. Mr. Heywood says investigators are trying to establish how the assault could have happened out of the earshot of other residents on the dorm.
Other students were on the dorm.
And the campus security, you've received no reports of any kinds of scream, any kind of commotion?
Yeah, that's the mystery to this whole thing. There wasn't any commotion. There wasn't banging or knocking or shouting or anything at all. It was, you wonder how this horrific scene played out in silence because, people get burned, you'd want to scream. But there was no indication that something was happening there. And
the walls of the halls at Mona are generally thin, yes?
Yes, the walls are thin. Banging on it, knocking on the door could have alerted someone that something is amiss.
That was Norman Heywood, the Director of Security at the Mona campus of the UA. Now, in other words, people, UA Mona reviewing security protocol after student held hostage. The management of the University of the West Indies, Mona, is to review its security arrangements to track the movement of students who fall off the radar for more than 24 hours. This follows the alleged abduction and torture of a female student by another student on the campus last week. The victim was reportedly held hostage for 3 days, during which her aggressor reportedly used a clothes iron to inflict burns all over her body. In an interview with Radio Jamaica News, Norman Heywood, Director of Security at the US, said the aim of security review is to put in a system of intermittent accountability where an alarm is raised for the university whenever a student cannot be located. He said the review has started. Now, people, viewers, fi track the movement of the students who fall off radar for more than 24 hours. It probably be difficult, you understand, and everybody can support that. Let me explain, and everybody like when people keep tabs at them, you understand. Yeah, they are the people in property, that is understandable. But what me think them for do is put in the system, yes, and say everybody depend on it. Put every single student on it, but soon as it is in place, any student don't want to be tracked like that, can say, alright, make a formal report and make them take them name from it. So whenever they are missing or off the radar for 24 hours, no worry about them, you understand, to a certain extent, or at least stretch for them 24 hours, let's say 48 hours. I know no fan gonna say, yo, that a fool in this. The reason why I say so is because I know everybody like when people keep tabs at them. Some people just, even though in some cases it is not safe, a lot of people just don't like when people follow up on them, or where I say no, keep track of them, make sure them safe and them something there. The more if you can do them thing privately or whatever, you get what me I say. So a lot of people is not going to be with it, depending on how this thing is going to come into play. Understand? If them are just in your business too much, then yeah, problem. Let's say you half radar for 23 hours and the hour if you make 24 where them are going to start to look for you now, you're going to do something where you don't want nobody know where you're there and them come run down and find you. You get what I say? I'm not talking legal things, but a lot of people just not like it, you understand? I'm explain say even though not wanting people to keep tabs on you is not safe in some circumstances, people and everybody like that. So them for just put it in and say everybody is on it, but who don't want to be a part of it can individually make reports and say, yeah, what, take me off of this, I'm good, I will be fine. Now, as it relates to the accused in the case of torture, Miss Heywood, Mr. Heywood disclosed that investigators went to court on Monday to make an application for the continued detention of the 20-year-old student who was charged. Also, it is understood that King's Counsel Peter Champagne has been retained to represent the accused student Matthew Hyde. Also, concern raised about circulation of the video showing assault of the female student. There is concern that the circulation of the video showing the 19-year-old student who was reportedly held captive and tortured by her boyfriend at the University of the West Indies Mona campus will make it more difficult for the victim's healing process. Joy Crawford, Director of Programs and Training at Eve for Life, says the wide circulation of the video in which the victim is partially naked shows how far removed the society is from the pain, realities, and the re-traumatization of victims of intimate partner violence. It's just amazing, and one of the things I wonder is if persons who share the videos would have done it if it was their relatives, she questioned. Miss Crawford said the re-hurt caused by this kind of callousness forces many women to move on with wounds that are undealt with because society does not create space for them to be healed or to get justice. The E4Life director, who was a guest Tuesday on the morning agenda on Power 106, believes some incidents of domestic violence are due to the Jamaican culture that men can cheat but women can't. The resultant ideology, she said, is that violence or punishment against unfaithful women is justified, while unfaithful men are celebrated. Ms. Crawford suggested that a shift is necessary to change the society standard, which does not hold men and women to the same standard. Omolara Wilson, president of the Guild of Students at UWI-Mona, has also raised concern about the sharing of the video showing the 19-year-old student. She too lamented that the widespread circulation of the content could make it more difficult for the victim to recover from the traumatic incident. My name is Yotchain and this is the YIP Verified YouTube channel. It is important for you to like the video and subscribe to YIP Verified YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Big up on yourself.